Welcome to the D Machinery channel. Today I will introduce to you about the hardships and dangers of driving at construction sites or mining sites. Trucks and excavators fail at work, situations that make your heart flutter about the recklessness and danger of intrepid drivers. Through this video, I want to send a message to everyone to always be careful when working. Even a small mistake can cost you a lot of money, even your life. Hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest videos. With large and bulky logs on the trunk, this timber truck needs the support from the back of an excavator to be able to overcome the steep slope with more bends. The roads for transporting timber in the forest are usually small and quite muddy, which makes it difficult for the wood truck to move, especially in the bends because the vehicle is too long. Slippery ground makes the wheels slide on the ground and difficult to advance, even fuming violently because there is no friction. On slippery slopes, when there are no supporting machines such as excavators and bulldozers, the choice of using human power to support the trucks is necessary so that they do not fall downhill. The truck was moving with difficulty on a dirt road when it fell into a quagmire. Two men standing nearby quickly got down to help the car get out of the mud. It is normal that the wooden truck continuously encounters bends even though it is going uphill on a bumpy dirt road. And it shows its adept on familiar routes. This wooden tractor is really strong when it comes to three large piles of wood going uphill. The logs line up neatly and barely move when it climbs uphill. Wooden trucks are equipped with an additional iron mesh covering the outside of the wheel to increase grip when having to frequently travel on steep and slippery dirt roads, and that really works. Not only excavators, bulldozers, but also tractors are also effective support machines for semi-trailers loaded with wood on muddy dirt roads that are difficult to move. When moving on dirt roads, the wooden trucks look like buffaloes that have just soaked in the mud. This did not bother the drivers much, they smiled happily at their work. The semi-truck carrying cattle was moving quite fast on the muddy road. It had a bit of a dizzy move and got stuck in the muddy ground, causing the driver to get out of the car to have a look. At another part of the road, the semi-truck encountered an obstacle that was the trunk of a rotten coconut tree on the road and a ditch near the edge of the road, making it much more difficult to move. This semi-trailer is stuck at the rear quite deep in the mud on the road. But fortunately, thanks to the support of the front semi-trailer, it can easily get out of the quagmire. The semi-truck, with its wheels covered in dirt, was carrying large logs and trying to get off the wet dirt road onto a new, safer dry road. In the same journey, we always come across beautiful images of truck drivers helping each other. They are ready to rescue other cars that are deep in the mud to get out of there. These are like images often seen in Hollywood movies. The wooden truck looks very cool when moving strongly on the yellow dirt road. The rear trailer of the semi-trucks transporting timber is always designed to be tall so as not to sink deep in dirt roads that can become more muddy when it rains. The semi-truck full of wood was facing a muddy and watery road. But thanks to the help of a car in front pulled by a cable, it sank and was able to pass even though the wheels were a bit slippery. In the rainy season, moving through spillways has many potential dangers. The trucks must be very careful when moving through here to avoid being swept away by the water. Such passenger cars often have to travel on dirt roads with many deep and slippery trenches. And a rear wheel of the passenger car got stuck in the trench and got stuck. This road is too rough for this fuel tank truck. The road surface is slick due to mud, the road surface is narrow, driver must be very careful not to slip or lose control. The tractor was trying to get the heavy timber truck out of the subsidence trench. But all its efforts seem to be in vain when the truck is so heavy that its wheels are spinning. This tractor is pulling a bunch of small logs. It goes forward for a distance, then stops and controls the rope to shorten. Just like that, the wooden handle is pulled up another distance. This Volvo motor grader is quite versatile. It can work on any terrain with good traction and force. Even navigating on narrow roads does not make it difficult. The driver of this car veered to the right to avoid a more muddy road on the left, and he was right. The car is a bit expensive, but somehow it can move. In front of the fuel tank truck is a muddy road. The car risked its life to make it pay the price. The driver immediately got out of the cockpit to look at the situation. This road has just experienced a flash flood, causing the road surface to be littered with rocks and trees. The truck got caught in the wheel by mud, making it unable to move. The fuel tanker is sinking in the mud trench on the side of the mountain. The passenger car came to the rescue, but because the car was too heavy, the bus couldn't do anything. For some reason, this tractor overturned, but with the help of a cable, the tractor was pulled up quickly. The tow truck was trying to turn around, but the road was quite narrow. It moved forward and hit a lot of trees on the side of the road, so it backed up a bit. This is a creative combination of a crawler excavator and a homemade truck that can both cut and carry a lot of firewood down from the mountains. This military truck is designed to be compact and suitable for traveling through narrow roads and complex terrain such as sandy streams or rough dirt roads. Time along with the ravages of nature makes the roads more rugged. The overhanging rocks make it difficult for cars to pass here, and so is this fuel tank truck. This semi-trailer is transporting the crane to the new work area. Because the convoy was too long, it forced it to steer wide before it could enter the bend.